The South African Institute of Race Relations has launched a comfort and deprivation index to measure the quality of life in all municipalities. The index shows that while there have been vast improvement in comfort levels across the board, municipalities can still do much more to improve the quality of life for South Africans.
The South African Institute of Race Relations has launched a Deprivation and Comfort Index that measures the quality of life in the country's different rural and urban municipalities.
And we focused on the most basic of services. So for deprivation, do you have access to water? Do you have education? And so very, very basic services. Do you have access to a toilet? For comfort, it was more of, do you have electricity for heating, which is sort of a luxury almost for most people, and then do you earn over 25,000 Rand a month? So it was ultimately very sort of the basic levels of comfort and deprivation that we looked at, and we were very shocked by the number of municipalities that actually have very sort of high deprivation indexes. And I think the biggest sort of shocking factor that we found was that a lot of people live in municipalities where they don't have access to chemical and flush toilets.
Rapid urbanization has seen an increase in the number of informal settlements in mostly big metros. The study found that not enough is done to sustain the urban growth.
What we see there is not enough is done to sustain economic growth and urbanization. So in terms of what needs to be done from a government perspective almost, and how you run with the torch, that is what urbanization brings, you have to encourage policies that allow for economic development, that allow for investment in order to keep that economic growth going.
2016 is on course to record the highest number of service delivery protests ever. The sharp increase could be that people have much higher expectations from elected officials.
We have a vast number of people who have electricity and water and homes where they didn't before, and that you definitely cannot look askance at that. But at the same time, you've raised people's expectations, which is why we have so many protests and the like, because people now expect that from government. People now know that this is the norm. So we need to keep pushing to improve so that we can keep raising people's living conditions, so we can keep people living in the conditions they've now become accustomed to.